Well, I guess the dogs are greeting everybody too. Hello, everybody. It has been a
Hello.
while. Lot going on. Been very busy, but I have a lot to say tonight. So I thought for those of you who get easily distracted and can't listen, I would play a bit of a Jeep ride. So I guess the first thing I think I'm gonna get out of the way is where I see the channel going at this point. I've played around with the little videos and the shorts, and I really like them. So I'm hoping to still be able to continue to do some of those, probably less frequently. I do want to start doing true crime again, and I think my focus with that is going to be mostly old cases or like serial killers that I'm interested in, missing person, and I want to resurrect the Jane Doe campaign that Kaz started that we were participating in. I don't know. I guess it's been over a year now ago. Of course, my Jeep stuff, my outdoor stuff that I do. I'm going to be getting back into fishing quite a bit here in the very near future, and of course, I have some camping trips planned, and I think that people don't know a lot about WhiteTiger, so I'm probably going to try to do some videos to let people know about WhiteTigers. So that's kind of where I see the channel going. I am probably going to try to do some more lives. We will probably do the TGIFs, maybe not every Friday, but I will try to do bare minimum one a month, unless I'm traveling. I have a couple of trips within the next couple months, so I don't know if I'll be able to do that during those months. The other thing I wanted to address up front that has nothing to do with anything else is I know everybody who has followed me for any length of time knows that I have been a very avid player of World of Warcraft, and there has been a lawsuit filed by the state of California against Activision Blizzard about the work environment inequality, sexual harassment, all kinds of really, really bad things going on, according to the complaint. And as much as I enjoy playing video games and had thought about starting to play again, I am not going to do that until they come up with some kind of plan of action that is better than the way that they've been reacting at this point. There are a lot of high-end streamers that are actually leaving the game. There's lots of guilds I've seen. They've completely broken up, completely left playing the game. One guild I saw on some of the groups I'm in, they had hundreds of people, just the whole guild, everybody left playing the game. And this guy was like, I'm looking for some place to play. So I think that's probably a good stance for me, which means I had originally thought that I'd go and play Diablo. I can't do that either because that is an Activision Blizzard game. And although I wouldn't be giving them any money because I've already paid for it a long time ago, I really don't want to support that environment until they get some things put in place to help the employees that have been poorly treated, to say the least. So now to the brass taxes. I know there's a lot of people that really wanted me to address all the drama that's been going on. And I have thought long and hard about how to do that. Originally, I was going to make videos and address it with my truths. Oh, look at Captain Rhubarb showed up. You can certainly be of service and keep everybody in line. That would be nice. I think I worked myself up enough that I decided I'm probably going to do this in lives because it's a little easier for me to speak off the cuff, and it's less time consuming than trying to put a video together, then do a voiceover, and be able to do it in any sort of timely fashion. So that's kind of where I'm at. I have a lot of topics that kind of have to do with this. So I guess what I'll kind of tell you is what I plan on as this all unfolds, letting everybody know. I'm going to start at step one. Step one being when I started my YouTube channel, why I started my YouTube channel. Moving on to when I started watching a particular quote unquote true crime channel, how that started, my support for that channel, how long I watched that channel, people that I met at that channel, people that I met at that channel that I became friends with, people that, you know, supported that channel and also supported my channel. And then of course the fallout. The fallout not being on my part at all, the fallout being on the other side. And what all came from that. All the way through the Discord dramas, all the way through the breakup of two other channels that we had hooked up with, all the way through the breakup of a friendship that was involved in all of this. It's all going to come out. And I'm going to tell my side of it because there's a lot of lies going on out there. And although I know the people that are in my Discord, talking to me all the time, whether it be privately or in public, they want the truth out there as much as I do, but I need to do it in a way that doesn't recause the drama that they wanted to go back and forth. They wanted me to engage in a back and forth, and that is not something that I'm interested in. Me telling my story is on my timeline, how I want to, when I want to, and there will be no rebuttals to anybody else's comments about it. I don't know if people have noticed at this point, if you are not subscribed, you will not be able to post in chat. I, one, decided to try that out because I didn't even know I had that feature. It had been long since I went live. The time limit was set by one of my mods. They suggested it to me. So I guess if you're out there dying to make a comment, you'll have to sub and see how long it takes for you to be able to post. I just think it probably will make it easier for the mods to keep things in line. That way the people who want to have nice conversations with each other in my chat can do that. And I don't have to sit there and try to watch the chat, nor do my mods. They can either listen or enjoy or just have conversations with other nice people in the chat. So there's the outline of what I want to talk about, and some of the things I'm going to talk about tonight will play into those truths and kind of have come out of recent things. One of the things that I have found really interesting by taking this break and kind of just observing and watching people, there still seems to be a need by some people for the drama. And even if the drama shifts from one place to another, it is still the drama. And that's fine. Females tend to enjoy drama. I am not a big fan of it. I am a big fan of standing up for people, and I am a big fan of justice and the truth. And I know that some people consider when others stand up and tell their truth because it contradicts what somebody else said, it all of a sudden becomes drama. I don't think that's the case, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. The problem is the drama's on both sides. It's on our side, it's on their side, it's everywhere. And one of the things that I want people to think about is the drama worth it? Are you watching the drama? Are you involved in the drama because you enjoy it? Or because you feel a need? Because you're addicted? Or because you have so much hate for somebody that you will stop at nothing until they're gone? Whether it be gone from YouTube, gone from your feed on YouTube, gone from true crime or whatever it is that you're watching or drama. One of the things that I think you need to realize is when you focus on one creator and you decide you want to take them down, and it doesn't matter if they have 100,000 subs or 2 subs. Think about this. If you succeed in taking their channel down, are you really taking them down? Because what are they going to do? The same thing that trolls do. They're going to go make a new channel. They're going to start all over again. The smart ones have their community in a place outside of YouTube, whether it be Discord or Skype or anything else. So it's not like they're going to lose all their people, right? Yes, it's a hassle, but most people back up all their stuff and have their stuff recorded. So actually starting another channel up really is not as much of a hassle as you might think it would be. Because I have been thinking about the fact that I offered up a place for everybody who got kicked out of a place where they felt that they had a camaraderie, a community, friendships with people, and all of a sudden a whole group of people lost the ability to communicate with each other. And I offered up a place for them to go. And we are now just about 7 months later. And there are still people in the same place mentally that they were 7 months ago. I don't think that's healthy. I'm sure if they stop and think about it, they won't think it's healthy. But I have seen people who have, vented, gotten their frustrations out, moved on, and others not. Some of the people that, didn't move on ended up leaving the Discord, and that's fine. There's a lot less drama in the Discord at this point because of that. That was good for me. I don't have to keep as much of an eye on Discord anymore. So that's good. My concern is that people are creating this unhealthy level of drama in YouTube when, I don't know, I think YouTube should be something you enjoy. If you're not enjoying it, you're getting anxious, or you're getting worried, or you're upset, or you're about to have a mental breakdown. I don't think that that's really where you want to be. Maybe you should start watching something else. I mean, we all have hobbies, but my goodness, if diamond painting started making me, cuss and throw diamonds all over the house and everything else because I was so mad at it, I'm pretty sure I would like to think I would stop. That's certainly not the kind of hobby that I want. So I just kind of want people to think about that, because as much as people think, oh well, she doesn't know because she doesn't talk to me anymore. No, don't really think that, because there are lots of people that have brought me a whole lot of information privately that not even my mods necessarily know has been said to me. And I know why they do it, because they're worried. They're worried about the other people. They're worried about what's going to happen. Is this person really going to do this? You know, I don't know. What I do know is people need to really think about why they're watching the people they're watching. And is it for the right reason? If you're watching me because you're hate watching and it doesn't upset you, fine. I don't care if you watch me or not. But if you're watching somebody else and it's building up some kind of hatred or anxiety or any kind of other bad emotion, you should probably rethink it and go find somebody that, either you can laugh at or agree with or enjoy what they're doing, because it's just not worth it. And I'm sorry to everybody who I'm seeing roll past here on the screen with comments. I appreciate you all being here. Um, One of the other things that I kind of found amusing was some of us decided to take a comedic angle to things. And people who talk to me in Discord, they kind of get a lot of this when we're just having, conversations about anything and everything. I'm pretty sarcastic, and I like to say things that's going to cause people to laugh, because laughter is the best medicine. So if somebody's not feeling well or having a hard day, or don't always just poke fun at people, Lori, just saying. Um, I do try to make them laugh, and I try to be funny. Sometimes people don't find what I'm saying funny. A lot of times they do. That's fine. However, we decided to start doing some, I don't even know if I would call it parodies, because as much as maybe there was a line of them that was about a particular event, uh, the rest of it was just kind of goofiness and fun. And I don't know why people took that bad. They really did. And I got some really interesting feedback on that. Not the people that watch me. However, I did get some screenshots and people telling me, "Oh, did you see so and so said this?" And to be fair, I just trust that what they're saying is true. Besides the fact that I saw screenshots of people commenting on other people's videos, saying things about myself, and I don't watch them. I don't watch them. I don't watch them because there's no need to. Um, if if you want to get worked up and mad and upset at somebody, then you'll watch the bad things that they say about you. But if you know the stuff that they're saying is not true, there really is no need to watch it. Okay, hang on. Captain Rhubarb said something here. I gotta see. Started off insane to start off with. For the first 20 years of my life, I used to think I was human. It was when my family started shouting rhubarb at me that I knew the truth. Well, I love rhubarb, so that's fine. Anyway, the parody, I see a lot of channels have doing parody at some point or another, and it is really supposed to be comic relief. If you don't find the parody funny, don't watch it. You don't have to comment. You don't have to watch it. It really doesn't matter. So, yeah, I will probably continue to do some of that, because I particularly like creeping out my mods with creepy dolls. So, if I can upset them with creepy dolls, I'm gonna make more stories with it. And I have found some pretty creepy stuff. Um, Another thing I want people to understand is that don't ever think that what you're saying on the internet or on any chat feature is private. Because somebody somewhere is going to leak your business out. I have gotten a lot of information that way. This is why I don't have to watch anything. It's why a lot of people who are not interested in giving people views that they don't care for don't have to watch anything. They have people that send them stuff all the time. If they're not sending them stuff, they're telling them about it. So keep that in mind. I've always known it, and maybe I'll add this little tidbit in for people to think about. All of the things that I've heard about how our Discord's not safe and all this stuff. Yeah. Our Discord has always been safe. Nobody has hacked to get into it. And there was an awful lot of information we put in there on purpose. We are not dumb. And as soon as you assume that we are, you have picked a fight with the wrong person. Back to the drama. I truly think that there are people who are addicted to the drama to the point that they don't even realize what they're doing. Some of those people are watchers of YouTubers. Some of those people are YouTubers. I would really like for everybody to reassess, like I said earlier, why are you watching the people you're watching? And is it healthy for you? I have moderators that take breaks, not from my channel, but from my Discord, because people do get carried away. And I do not censor what people say because they have a right to their feelings. But what I do say is, if you don't want to read it, don't read it. I don't. When I get tired of looking at it, even though we're supposed to be overseeing it, I don't. I don't look at it. Why? Because I don't need to. I mean, obviously, if they offend somebody, somebody is going to come to me because they come to me about every little thing that changes. So I'm pretty sure if somebody got offended, they would come to me. So yes, for all of those people who think they have screenshots and audio or whatever the hell you think you have from Discord that is, oh my goodness, so terrible. Yeah, there was a lot of people venting. There's a lot of people upset and a lot of people hurt. And that's what happens. And if you can't take that, you probably shouldn't be listening and reading those things that were said. Because as a mother who reads their children's phones, you're going to read stuff bad about you. If your kids haven't gotten to that age, just think about it, because you're going to see how terrible they talk about you when you're when they're teenagers. Because as much as when I was a teenager, you might have said the things, but your mom never had to read it or hear it because you weren't there when we didn't have these phones, we didn't have text messages. The kids aren't smart enough to keep it off stuff that you can see. Just a little piece of advice there. The other thing, I guess it kind of goes with the drama, but some people get really fixated on creators. You pick one creator, they're either mad at that creator, they love that creator, and that creator becomes the be all and end all. And I want all the people that are watching creators and you don't have your own channel. I mean, when you have your own channel, it's a little different because you do kind of understand how this happens. They're human beings. They're no better, no worse than you. Everybody puts their pants on the same way. Everybody uses the bathroom whether you see them do it or not. You know, everybody has stinky feet. All the people who thinks their shit don't stink, yeah, it does. Just keep that in mind when you're watching YouTubers and kind of putting them up on this pedestal, because they're imperfect people just like you are. They just happen to be getting up in front of an audience and saying what they think, talking about their hobbies, doing hobbies, talking about true crime, talking about plants or things they know about. That's the only difference between you and them. One of the things that somebody mentioned to me that they wanted me to say is the case with me and this whole mess has been a case of no good deed goes unpunished. Now, I have said that many times in my life about other people. They try to help somebody and, you know, some crappy thing happens to them. But it's actually kind of true. It does seem a lot of times in the YouTube world, the more you try to help people, the more you become the scapegoat for everything. That's okay. I have very broad shoulders and I can take it, but a lot of people can't. And I really don't like to see it happen to other people. And a lot of people don't want it to see it happen to me. Patricia Fassett, no one is better than anyone. You're right. You're right. Uh, you know, I'm Catholic. Everybody is a sinner. Nobody's a better or worse sinner than the other. We all have our faults. It does not matter. We're all human beings and we should treat each other as such. We should do that in chats on YouTube. We should do it in the parking lots. We should do it everywhere we go. I actually before we went live, I saw, I hate to say it's even a meme because unfortunately it's the truth. It had somebody in their vehicle and they had this kind of stern look on their face and it said, I just got out of church. Now it's time to be mean to a waiter at the restaurant. I actually think it starts sooner because every time I come out of church, I see it happening in the parking lot, right? Everybody's fighting to get out at the same time. Now, in, you know, the Catholic Church, we all believe that we have just received Jesus Christ, and then we're all running out to our car to race in front of everybody to be the first one out of the parking lot. It doesn't matter if we cut off the 80-year-old lady or almost run over the person trying to walk back to their house that only lives 2 doors down, right? It's ridiculous because we're selfish. The people doing that, it's because they're selfish. Most of our problems come from selfishness. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say on that. I also got to thinking about some of the YouTubers that people are really mad at least in this community, or at least in the community of people that I have around me and the people that they watch, whether it be the people they hate watch or the people they like. Some YouTubers that you think are untruthful or lying all the time. And I know some of you think that you're going to be able at some point make a comment. It's going to change their mind and they're going to see the light. No, it's because they believe their own lies. If they actually believe their own lies and they have gotten themselves to the point that they believe their own lies, there is no way that they're going to listen to you. Not going to happen. Don't waste your time. Just walk away and go spend your time somewhere else where it's worth your time. because people like that are not worth your time because they're too far gone. Certainly, those people have friends and best friends, in air quotes, I would say best friends, and people close enough to them that if they're going to listen to anybody, those would be the people they listen to. And if they don't listen to them, they're certainly not going to listen to you. And they're certainly not going to listen to trolls. And by trolls, I mean people going in under troll names to make a troll comment to get banned. You know, gamers troll a lot. And when gamers troll, a lot of the time, it is a race to see who can get banned the quickest, regardless of what the scenario is. Banned from a guild, banned from the chat, banned from whatever. Who can get banned the fastest? So, if you're on the YouTuber end of that spectrum and you've got trolls trolling you, some of those people, at least if they come from the genre of the gaming world, the faster you ban them, the higher ranking you're giving them. Keep that in mind. Earlier, I was talking about the channel and where I want the channel to go. And I want to put a congratulations out there for What Big Eyes. I want everybody to put claps and hearts and stuff in the chat because she reached 1,000 subs. And she's been doing a really great job with true crime stories and missing kids. And I know it's very close to her heart. As much as I would like to do breaking things like that, I cannot. I don't have time for breaking news. So I want everybody, if you are not subbed to What Big Eyes, please go and sub to her channel. She's got a wealth of information over there. And for any of you who have been following Summer Wells and have not subbed to her, you need to go and look at her stuff.
Thanks, Kim.
What?
Thank you.
That's please. Wash hands, wash hands, wash hands. Yeah, she's been doing a really great job. And I do want to cover things like that. Unfortunately, I can't get into them at first. I can't, you know, if a story breaks at 8 o'clock in the morning, I can't even possibly get to it that day. So everybody please go and sub to What Big Eyes. She's the real deal there. I guess before I talk about anything else, does anybody in the chat have any questions? I'll go there, or anything that you want me to address in the chat. Thank you, Mrs. Roger Rabbit. Mrs. Roger Rabbit has put your link up, I believe. I'm hoping that's who she's linking. If she's linking the wrong person, I'll have to have a chat with her later.
I trust her.
I do too. So yeah, I do trust her. So if anybody sees her doing anything naughty somewhere else, please let me know. Yes, Kaz, it's still advertising your channel. People can still go and sub to Kaz. Kaz also needs love. Yeah, I know. Mrs. Roger Rabbit, you're the best. Of course, I guess I gotta say you're the best after Eminem Mama is the best because she's close enough she could beat me up, I suppose. I
That
get
would be a
myself in
video.
quite a pickle, don't I?
Oh, we could sell tickets to that.
Okay, people would kind of see that.
Mud wrestling with the Jeeps. We'll rent Eminem Mama a Jeep. I'll just borrow one from one of the other Jeepers. Oh God, that would be funny. So, hopefully, we can kind of get back in the swing of things. And I can't promise it. Like I can't do like every Tuesday night. We're gonna do this as much as I want to. I can't. My daughter interrupts everything I plan. I'm surprised she didn't interrupt this one. But luckily she didn't want to go skating tonight. But I do like doing Friday nights, and I know that Eminem Mama was missing the TGIFs, and as much as some of those videos are easy to throw together and not as time consuming, going through recorded video is time consuming, and sometimes I just don't have time. So I think that I am probably going to handle most of this. My truth in live format. And for anybody who does not know, I will start out right now with how I started the channel. Mrs. Roger Rabbit will like this. I have played World of Warcraft for a very long time. Before World of Warcraft, I played Warcraft 2 Battle.net, and before that Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 1. And I played that whole series. StarCraft, you name a Blizzard game, I have probably put my hand on it. What was that? I think one of the dogs made a noise. And I used to run guilds in World of Warcraft and do what they call raiding, which is high-end content. And I really had some interesting experiences, and they always told me, you should stream this. You should stream this. You should put this on YouTube. So we had a guy in the guild who volunteered to record because I didn't know how to do any of this stuff back then. And he says, "Oh, I can raid and record at the same time, and we'll be fine." Okay. So he would record and he would do up the video, and we had ourselves a little guild YouTube channel. It's actually still out there, and uploaded a few videos. All right. Yes, the dogs are still here. And I guess they're done sleeping. Somebody disturbed them outside. And it was kind of nice to be able to go back and watch what we had done and see where we made mistakes. And I thought, oh, this isn't such a bad idea. Yes, that was Lemon. You are right, Mr. Roger Rabbit. And they kept telling me, well, you should just start a channel and you should stream gaming. That's what I did. I started a channel and I started streaming gaming. And Wyo and I would play together and we would stream it and we were having a good old time. I didn't get into doing true crime stories until a friend of mine at work said, "Oh my gosh, you need to go watch this channel. You love true crime. This person does these, oh, now I can't even think of what they're called. Premieres. really well put together and organized and good information. Okay. She's texted me the link. And I went to the link and I was like, hey, this is pretty good. This is pretty good about amount of information here. Okay. I started watching the channel. Of course, that leads into everything that has led up to now. So there's the beginning of the story. Uh-oh. Nobody's calling you one of the dogs. Of course, my husband shows up. Aren't you supposed to be working? And I thought you didn't like what you call drama. I love my husband. He is crazy. I don't know what that makes me, though, because I married him. It makes me something, I suppose. So for those of you who don't recognize this video, this is from a trip I took back in April, and you guys actually got a video out of this night footage that I clipped up and sped up. That's what we're watching in slow right now. They call me Pukey says, one of them decision that actually do change everything. Haha, welcome YouTube drama. You're right. You're right. And to be fair, I wasn't expecting it because, to be fair, I didn't think it would be worse than gaming. In as much as I am not surprised about the Activision Blizzard scenario going on right now with the state of California, because I just had this conversation, I believe I had it with Mrs. Roger Rabbit yesterday. Considering the toxicity, even though I hate to use that word, but it really is a toxic environment in the open chats and everything in the game, and just dealing with the males that play that game, it is not surprising that the men coming up with the game that those kind of men enjoy would be treating females basically the same way that the guys in game treat females. Mr. Shannonite, well, gotta go. Nice seeing you all again. Be good. All right, Mr. Shannonite. I hope to see you soon. Good at Dazed and Confused say, well, I am glad the fallout led me to you guys. Yes, I'm glad that everything ended up the way it did. I'm pretty happy with it. Sakura Girl says, some men really like drama, just saying. Not my husband. Yeah, YouTube drama is certainly a new experience, and it certainly does not follow logic or common sense at all. I don't remember who kind of linked us all in Discord to Natasha. I guess I'll give her a little bit of a shout out because that is somebody new I've been watching. Recline with Natasha. She has a true crime channel, but I don't remember what the name of it is. She's pretty funny. I really enjoy her. Of course, I like having fun. Unfortunately, she has been the brunt of the drama too, and it's kind of ridiculous. You ask me. It is unfortunate that you have to figure out how in the world you're going to deal with that, because you have to deal with people coming in your chat. Because why is it that YouTube is the only platform I know of that I have ever used where you cannot fully block somebody? You can keep them from commenting, but you can't fully block them. To me, that screams money hungry. We need money. We need the views. We need money, not the YouTuber. That's higher up. The YouTubers don't get to make those rules. All right, so I gave everybody an opportunity to ask questions. I guess I'll give people an opportunity to come up if they want. Rule being, I have to recognize who you are, so use a name that I'm going to know and a picture I'm going to know. The other thing I wanted to mention is for those of you who are in Discord, we have a new feature in Discord called Threads. I find it entirely fascinating that they have brought this into the platform, and I want to utilize it. I want to utilize it because I think it will help keep conversations a little bit more organized. So you're going to find out, I'm not even going to say over the next couple of days because it could evolve over the next couple of weeks for me to perfect how I want it to be. I'm going to take some conversations and turn them into threads. So for those of you who do not know how to do that, there is in each room, at the very top, you see the name of the room. You see the description of the room. A little over to the right, you see a hashtag and a little like cartoon conversation icon. If you click that, it will show you the threads that are in that room. So what I'd like to do is, for instance, we have the stream videos. Now we have people that are creators that are in the Discord all the time, and I always want them to put their links in because a lot of times that's how I go and watch their videos, because we all know we do not get notifications no matter how many times we tell them to send us the notification 50,000 times. Somehow they don't get sent out. So what I'd like to do is, for instance, in that room, have threads. Have a thread for mine, have a thread for What Big Eyes, have a thread for anybody else who has a channel. And then the other people that are just sharing their, like, oh, I really watched this person. This was great. You guys should check it out. Or maybe somebody will like this or that. Then they can just put it in the general room itself. I think it'll keep things a little more organized. So I kind of want to do that with other rooms. And in doing that, I may add more rooms. I may get rid of some rooms. I may combine some things. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to turn out. So nobody freak out. You'll still have access to the things that are equal to what they're called now, even if I change their names. If anybody has any questions, they can always, private message me. I don't want 100 people in Discord going, what do we do with this? Or where's this? I'll be happy to tell you whatever you need to know. Ask me privately. It's a little easier to go through each person's problems that way. Next thing is, I probably, when I'm done, I probably will try to make a video showing how to use the threads, because I have not fully read or completely figured out the nuances of it. So I will definitely try to do that once I think I get the room situated the way I want. Then everybody should be able to watch that, and it should help. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Good grief. Getting old as hell. I completely lost my train of thought. Would you believe I ran out of notes? I really was going to say something. What in the heck was it? Sorry, Eminem decided to play. Is that what the squeaky is going on? That's okay. I don't mind. Can you guys think of anything I forgot?
Well, you were talking about how your channel started, and
Yeah.
then so if you wanted to go on after that.
Oh, you want me to keep going?
Well, yeah.
Oh, all right. All right. I guess you're curious. Yeah, because you haven't been around that long, have you?
No.
All right. So, all right. So, my friend Maria, if you go back pre COVID, because COVID messed a whole lot of things up for a whole lot of people, it also messed up the rhythm of what I was doing with the channel. But if you go and look pre-COVID, you will see that I used to do Saturday true crime discussion with my friend Maria. And she is the one that gave me the link to this quote unquote true crime channel um, that I went to watch. And so her and I would watch it. We'd talk about the cases. That's kind of how we started doing the Saturday morning things. Sakura says, hearing animals play with squeaky toys makes me really happy. Yeah, it does it's kind of like babies laughing, isn't it? Kind of just puts a smile on your face. I'm actually surprised that Lemon made his little barking escapade and then he's now back up on my lap. I think he's sleeping again. There must not be too much activity outside tonight. But yeah, the thing about me watching that channel, I in May of 2019. Yes, May of 2019. 2 weeks after I started watching that channel. Now, mind you, I can't watch the lives when they happen because I work. So I'm like trying to watch these premieres and going backwards in the content because I'm trying to see what cases have been talked about. Fair enough. I wasn't actually into the Chris Watts case. So I actually didn't watch any of the videos on Chris Watts at that point, or about that case at all. I was, I mean, I guess still to this day, I'm kind of uninterested. And the reason being, I guess, because there wasn't trial, there wasn't, this evidence put forth, the things happened. The guy ended up confessing, he's in jail. Um, so I guess I just really wasn't interested in trying to dig in was other people involved or any of that kind of stuff. So I didn't even watch those videos. But it was like 2 or 3 weeks later. There was this huge brouhaha on the channel. And I didn't know what was going on. This person was a moderator and up on the channel all the time. And I was like, well, what in the heck is going on here? So I was watching the person's channel that was the quote unquote true crime channel. And I started going to this other person's channel because, okay, I got to figure out who's telling the truth. Well, seemed to me there was a little bit of truth here and a little bit of truth there. So I was kind of watching both things until I guess one of them seemed a little more crazy than the other. So, well, okay. I'm not watching that person anymore. Okay. So I'm still watching the quote unquote true crime channel. And then at some point I started watching the lives. But they're late at night, really long, and they were something to listen to while I was at work. Because, I mean, I guess if you're talking about crafts or what's going on in life. If you are working and can't pay attention to what's going on in your ears, you still have background noise, but you don't have to pay attention, so it's not really distracting at work. And they were long, so I could put it on and it would play like almost all day. So I was like, hey, this works because I can pause it. I don't half the time I didn't know what was going on. Half the time I realized I didn't know what was going on because most of the drama was going on in the chat. Of course, I didn't find that out till much later. But I did start being able to catch like some craft lives when they would start earlier in the evening, like 10 o'clock, sometimes on a Friday or Saturday at night. I could do that for a little bit. So I would go on there. I would do that. I would super chat. I kind of look at super chats, uh, and maybe I'm different than everybody else. It's kind of like if I am watching your content and I enjoy your content and I feel like donating some money, donate some money. To me, it's kind of like you go to the movie theater and you pay an outrageous price for a movie ticket and then popcorn and soda, and you're by the time you're done with that, you're out $100. Well, you can pick your price here, right? So I super chat $25, sometimes $10, just depended on what I felt like. But I, unlike other people I witnessed, didn't really expect that you get anything out of it, right? So you super chat because you're trying to support somebody, not because you want something in return. But maybe that's just me. And that went on for quite a while. And then they had, different craft nights. I actually got into diamond painting because of somebody on that channel. They had the painting night. I didn't do that because I'm not good at painting, but it was nice to watch other people do it, even though that live turned into an extremely long live. I enjoyed all that stuff for the most part, but some of it I did, some of it I didn't. Some people you like, some people you don't. I mean, it's like that no matter where you go. I mean, everybody you work with, you don't like everybody. You have to just put up with some of them. But at least at work, you get paid to put up with them. That's kind of the way I look at it. And then I last, it had to have been before Thanksgiving last year. I really took a break from YouTube. I was not watching YouTube. I mean, if you look at my channel, you'll see there's even breaks in my content when I was doing stuff back then. I literally just like took a break, and I beginning of December. I know I know it was before Thanksgiving, but it had to be maybe early November. So maybe it was about a month, and it was, I don't know, first or second week in December. I started watching people again. I mean, I wasn't even showing up for Kaz's lives that I should have been. I mean, I met Kaz on that channel. I met Loopy Lisa on that channel. I met a lot of the people that are here tonight and in my Discord eventually because of that channel. And beginning of December, the whole J-Bells thing broke. And that was rough because right before that happened, I had a live Now, mind you, I mean, you know, you guys can go back and look for those of you who have not watched me that long. Lisa and Casbat and I, we would like coordinate and do a live on Kaz's channel and then Lisa's channel and then my channel. And, you know, if Lisa was live, I would go over there and go on hers. If Cat, you know, like it's just what we did. And we talked a lot, and you know, we always goofed off before and after the lives, and okay. And when you do that, you kind of get to where you are building some kind of friendship there. So I had a live after the break over Thanksgiving next year, last year. I came back. I did a live, and it was kind of really weird because I was completely blindsided. Lisa came into Discord. We were talking, and she was asking me what was going on and kind of catching up because her work schedule is such that she's long periods of time where she's not available. And I was like, oh, well, actually, I'm going live. You know, do you want to go on or not? You don't have to, whatever. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hunky dory. And I go live. And Kaz is one of my mods. Lisa was one of my mods. Mrs. Roger Rabbit was one of my mods. Although she wasn't there that night. I don't know that too many of the mods were there that night. But I didn't know what was happening when it happened. But you know, Lisa and I are just gabbing and talking to the people in chat and everything, and all of a sudden I realize I'm getting messages on my phone on Instagram, which is really weird because people don't typically message me on Instagram. And it's Kaz. I'm like, why is she messaging me on Instagram? Oh yeah, she left Discord because she was taking a break, and I was like, okay, so I guess that's why she's messaging me through here. But I couldn't really read it because we were live and we were having a conversation, and I didn't really think it could be that big of a deal. So I end the live, and when so before my lives start and after my lives are over, I typically, if people are on with me, I'm talking to them beforehand because I'm making sure everything is working properly. And then we usually chit chat after the fact. You know, it kind of gives people a way to critique me or say, hey, you missed this, or, you know, and I can get feedback from them. What happened was I ended the live and I started looking at my Instagram. And all I'm seeing is, oh my God, unmod me. I blocked her. And what is going on here? I finally figure out that Kaz has had some, I mean, this is what's going through my head. Kaz has had some sort of breakdown, and something is going on between her and Lisa that I don't know about. And she forgot that she was modded on my channel and went to hide her and hit her on the whole channel. Okay, not the end of the world. Not a big deal. I'll just go undo it. I'm not going to unmod you. So I messaged this back to her. And obviously now at this point, I think something is going on here. And something was going on there, but nobody had told me. So I was like, Lisa, is there something going on with Kaz? Like, are you guys having a problem or something? She's like, well, Jay's really worried about her. And I'm like, Jay's worried about her. Okay. What is she worried about? I mean, up until this point where she, in my mind, acted a little crazy about this. I mean, you know, it can happen. You can accidentally, you know, block people or whatever you want to call it, hide people You don't really block people, but I think they call it block. Really easy, actually, especially if you're on a phone without meaning to do it. So, like, I literally was like, I don't know why she's having such a reaction like this, but it's not really a big deal. Because I'm thinking she did it accidentally. Not that there's necessarily a big problem. She's like, well, Jay is worried about her. I said, oh? Like, why? She's drinking a lot. And I said, okay. Lots of people drink a lot. Okay. I'm thinking to myself, you drink a lot. I don't know what the difference is, but okay. Kaz is drinking extra on the weekends. I don't know. Like, I'm still in the dark, and she's telling me, well, you know, she might harm herself. And as soon as she says this to me, I said, I have this look on my face. Of course, you can't see it now because I don't have my picture on. I'm like, okay. Did Jay ask her if everything was okay? Did you ask her if everything was okay? No. Why not? I don't know. Jay just said she was worried. And I'm thinking, yeah, somebody's got to ask her if she's okay. So I start messaging Kaz and I'm like, what's going on with you and Lisa here? And, you know, she's like, well, you know, we had some words and I think they're just trying to leave me out kind of thing. And I was like, okay. So I come out of this conversation between the both of them and myself separately with the thought, okay, Kaz is not lying to me. I don't feel that Kaz is lying to me. I don't necessarily feel that Lisa is lying to me. Something's not right here. So then I'm on the horn with Eminem Mama, and I'm like, something is not right here. And I tell her what just transpired. And she's like, well, do you think somebody's lying to you? And I said, no, actually, I think that both of them told me exactly what they think the truth is. I said, I think that there's something else involved here. I don't know what it is. And then right after that happened, because we didn't figure out what was going on, the whole J Bells thing broke loose. Very first thing I do, I message Kaz and I'm like, are you and Lisa made up now? Because I'm like, okay, this was the third wheel in this mess, right? Yeah. So, yeah. So that's what happened. And then that was December of last year. And then all hell broke loose when we hit January. Right?
Happy New Year.
Well, that's funny, right? Because January comes and then on that true crime channel, still
Mm-hmm.
doing air quotes, the marathon starts. And you know, I didn't know what started it because I mean, I just knew every morning I woke up, I got to work. This, of course, was before we were all on lockdown. I had to go home. I would get to work, get my glass of water, get all situated, sit down on the desk, open up YouTube, and the channel was live. Okay, cool. I'll put that on. I'm listening and doing my work. And it was a plethora of people. People came out of the woodwork going up on panel. I actually thought it was, as much as it was probably hard on the moderators and stuff to try to keep somebody there all the time, I thought it was interesting because a whole bunch of people who had never gotten up on panel before were getting up on panel. Including myself. If I came home and I had time and, you know, I would look to see who was on and I would get up there and diamond paint. Okay, this is kind of cool. And then it kept going and kept going, and it was supposed to end on a certain day, and then it kept going, and I'm thinking, gosh, how are they going to keep this up forever? You can't keep that up forever. And then stopped. And that was okay, because then I thought, oh, good, now maybe I can go back and watch the stuff I missed, because I don't know what people were talking about when I was sleeping or not listening, because most of the time I only listen at work. And the next thing you know, I find myself on another channel, a crafting channel, that some people had come over and were like, okay, well, we're bored over there, and so we came over here, and there's an auction going on over there, and let us know when it's done. Okay. I thought, okay, sounds fair to me. I wouldn't want to watch an auction either. I mean, I guess maybe if it was an auction that I was interested in, maybe I would watch it, but yeah, not so much. Dolls. I've never been into dolls. And all hell breaks loose. That night, all hell broke loose. There was a 4-hour live where people were, I use the term crucified. I really don't know. I don't even know how else to describe it, because I think if it would have been me that it was done to, I would have pretty much felt like I was being crucified, and I use the word crucified because it really was brought on by nothing. She came from Planet Claire. Strangest thing ever. A marathon brought so many people together, and the channel creator hits the send the bomb button. I kind of feel that way too. Yeah, that is an interesting way of putting that. But yeah, does kind of feel like that. It was almost like, okay, let's bring everybody together, and then let's put an atom bomb in the middle of it and see who's left. Now, I was in their chat program over there, and I woke up the next morning after that and was booted. And to be fair, I was at the live where the boring was discussed. I was not on panel. I was in the chat. I did make a few comments. I have no idea what that got twisted in to give me the boot. But it was certainly unfair, and I felt really bad for everybody, because people were coming to my channel saying they had the boot and they didn't know what was going on, and people were messaging me, and I'm just like, well, all I can offer you is come to my Discord. Come to my Discord. You'll have a place to talk, whatever. People wanted safe rooms. I gave them safe rooms. And that's kind of I think I want to end that there, because
That's a good spot.
I think so too, only because I think the next part will be quite time consuming.
Yeah, and that's about where I came in when I met you, because I had never seen you on that other channel, because I was like hit and miss there. Yeah.
Well, as I guess when you're well, and you probably experienced this too. When you're a creator and you're a watcher, okay? I think you have a different perspective, because you have both perspectives. You can understand better how your audience might see things. Yet you also understand the backside of it as the creator of a channel. there were a couple of things that I never understood. Uh, Anybody who's in my Discord um, can attest to this. I'm active in my Discord. I post things. I don't always have time to write a lot, but I post things. I emoji on people's posts. I'll comment on people's posts when when I have a chance. Um, I never did understand why that other creator did not interact with. I'm gonna say the common people because we all know that there's private channels and everything else in every one of these, things. Because you have to have a place for your mods to talk, and if there's like, well, how do we deal with this or whatever, you have to have that. But um, I never understood. I mean, how do you not interact with your people? I mean, you interact. Well, you're supposed to be interacting with them on your channel, right? So if you're bringing them into a place where you're quote unquote building that community, because let's face it, you can only build the community so far in your chat space, on your lives, and on your chat space on the videos that you upload. There's only so much interaction that are going to help there. I never did understand why that didn't happen on that channel with so many people and so many people posting in there, and so many people would tag her or ask her a question, and it always went unanswered and never. I can only imagine the fact that I mean, I know that emails went unanswered. Um, like you had no way to reach her if you wanted to say anything, really, even though you had all these avenues to do so. Um, that's why I always tell her, but I don't check my email. I mean, my email is out there for the channel, but if you want to get a hold of me or get a message to me, it's Discord. I mean, I had somebody this morning message me because they had a problem, and you know, um, I'm not always instantaneous in my response, but I try really hard to um, help people out. Let's see, where are we at on the comments? Sunflower Brown says, "All hell is an understatement." Yes, it is. And Mrs. Roger Rabbit says, "I still say I would have said it was creepy, boring. Seems a rather nice description." Sunflower Brown, that was one of the most dysfunctional things I've ever seen on YouTube. Agreed. Mrs. Roger Rabbit said, "Amen" to Sunflower Brown. She came from Planet Claire, said, "I mean, who would ever go up on that channel's panel after that, seeing what happened to her panelists?" Exactly. To be fair, I had seen her before that. I thought treat people questionably, but never to that extent. And it did surprise me that that people were still going on panel right after that happened. It also surprised me that that moderators would have been rallying the troops instead of like going, "Hey," I mean, my mods have been like, "Tim, what the hell are you doing?" They'd be slapping me upside the head. Dazed and Confused said, "It's rude. It is rude." Slar Brown, for the record, I was not booted. I booted myself. I found WTU totally by accident. True. Chat interaction was ignored. Yes, it was. I think the I had gotten to the point where I noticed if you didn't super chat a certain amount, not even a thank you was thrown out. Mr. Roger Rabbit says, "I just sit around eating way too much popcorn. This is all better than next door." Yeah, next door is quite the thing too, isn't it? Sakura Girl, Kim's Discord was a godsend, and it was and is a very welcoming and safe place. Thank you. Red Door Woman. Hi there, everyone. Hello. Happy to see you here. Patricia Fassett. I felt sorry for her. I'm hoping you are talking about the people that was done to, and not the YouTuber. I don't know. That whole thing that happened was very dysfunctional, and had I not gotten the boot, I would have never watched it again anyway. I don't know. There's just certain lines. I don't care how good a friend you are with somebody. There are just some lines you don't cross, and obviously, if you're keeping friends around you that won't put you in your place when you're kind of out of line, I don't think they're very good friends. She came from Planet Claire said I felt sorry for her victims. Absolutely. Absolutely. I did too for a time being. Oop, I missed. I'll have to eat that when the live's over. Okay, so I guess to the point that I'm at, does anybody have any questions? Because I have nothing to hide. I will answer any questions you guys have about anything that I have experienced, seen, heard, read, talked about, whatever. And I have to say, there are some really great people that, because of all this, I have come across and truly become friends with. And, you know, yeah, I guess you got to take the bad with the good, and usually you get more bad out of it, but the good is always worth it at the end. Sunflower Brown says some creators don't understand the value of hospitality. WTU definitely does. No, thank you. I try. I'm certainly not perfect, but one of the things that I do try to have in my Discord. Obviously, I have rules in YouTube that we kind of have to try to adhere to, because you never know if you're going to be the channel that gets in trouble for doing something against the rules or not. The rules that are very much a wavy line and not very clear. I like to have a safe, open place where people can say what they think. I mean, you know, if you call your best friend on the phone, you've had a terrible day, and somebody has mistreated you, I mean, you're going to vent to them. You're going to say some unkind things about that person because you're aggravated at the time.
Nana 14 has a question.
I'm 14. Why did you get booted, or did you leave? I got booted. I got booted with the people that got chastised on her channel that night for the boring comment over in the other person's channel. And I couldn't tell you other than I got swept with them. Why? Because I don't know. I didn't get a message. I didn't get an email. I didn't get any sort of explanation. And the only thing I can guess is it was just an opportunity to get rid of me. I don't know. Really don't, because I think that what I said in that live was very minimal, to the point that it was probably, I can understand why you think that that's boring, and I wouldn't want to watch an auction either. And I don't know, maybe that's what got me booted. I have no clue. She came from Planet Claire says it. Nana of 14, that's me. The other channel ran a purge. Sakura Girl says I got booted much earlier. I also got no explanation. She came from Planet Claire says I just left. I was never a joiner to begin with, though. Nana at 14. Thanks. I think a lot of us didn't get an explanation. I think, okay, so if you want my opinion, I think that when people feel threatened by others, they tend to make rash judgments like that. I think that maybe this particular person, based on actions I've seen, does not like the possibility of somebody being liked over them. I know this sounds very grade school, but it does seem like a lot of this grade school stuff is going on YouTube with grown middle-aged women. So if you want my opinion on why I got kicked, I think that's why. I think that's why a lot of people got kicked then, because it was an opportunity to get rid of people that were unwanted. Andy Hall says, I left of my own accord. I didn't like the way people were being treated. Yeah. That was the thing that I found really interesting. After the fact, there had been very few times up until the point where I got booted where I was ever able to read anything that went on in chat. And as people came in and started adding to the receipts room in Discord, and people started coming in and telling me their story and what had happened to them on the other channel and giving me examples and screenshots of things, I realized that by not ever being in the position to read chat on a continual basis, I missed a lot of the really hateful, bad things that were going on in chat, which is actually kind of a shame. One of the things that I used to really get aggravated about with listening to replays while I was at work, not being able to read the chat, when somebody would ask a question, the creator would not read the question and then say their answer. That's why I try really hard on my channel to do that, because I know that if I was listening to this like it was a podcast and not being able to look at the video or not being able to read the chat, I want to know what the question was that you're answering. I don't just want to know the answer because it doesn't help me. Mrs. Roger Rabbit says, seems she got rid of the people with obvious integrity. That is also a possibility. She came from Planet Claire. Says, I didn't join Slack just from prior observation. It seemed there was a lot of backstage drama I didn't want to be a part of. Okay, so I did, but I had joined it like right when the whole mini ball things were going on, and I was only in a couple of rooms, and mostly it was so I could get the link to go on to the mini brands if I had them, or they were on at a time where I could go. So I think there's probably a lot of stuff that I even missed that was going on there, 'cause I didn't really participate a ton in Slack. Sakura Girl, anyone who could think or speak for themselves was completely unwelcome in that particular echo chamber. Anna of 14, this past week, 2 or 3 subs of that channel left because of the way people were treated. Yes, I had seen some things that also stated that. Mandy Hall, she got rid of people who asked too many questions and didn't agree with her every word. I also agree with that. Penelope Grace, hello all. So you really have a lot to say about everything, but when it comes down to it, you stand for nothing. Well, no, I'm really not standing up right now. I'm sitting down in my chair. But thank you for your concern. Sakura Girl, I should clarify, I was booted from Snatch. I left the channel of my own accord. Later, one of the mods outed me to dear leader. Yeah. Came from Planet Claire. Also, I didn't want to give her my personal information because she uses it against people when it suits her. Just my opinion. Yes, I agree with that 100%. And that's why I would have never joined with having to give that information because that is the most ridiculous thing. And here's how bad people got programmed to that. When everybody was flooding into Discord, I was getting all kinds of private messages from people, like their whole story. I guess they were afraid I wasn't going to let them in. Like, literally, my link to my Discord is on my channel page. There's a reason. Because when you first come in, anybody can come in, but there's limits to what you can do or see. And then as people get to know you, then more things can open up. But people were so programmed. They're like, well, my Facebook is this. And I'm like, I don't need all that stuff. I'm not going to go look at it. I don't care. Penelope Grace, it's not really that funny. Many people were hurt. Many people were hurt. Sakura Girl. Oh, hi. Penelope Grace. You really are full of grace, aren't you? I was thinking maybe something else.
Oh my.
I'm pretty sure we had a conversation not too long ago about the shit flying. Did we not?
Yeah.
What did I say? I said, oh, I hope it hits the ceiling fan and hits everybody in the face. Maybe it will. I think it's very funny when people. This is exactly the kind of trolling I was talking about, right? You're not going to change somebody's mind. If that's what your intent is, fine. I'm not going to block you. The mods might if you piss them off enough. So if that's your goal, go right ahead and see how much it takes to piss them off. I don't care.
Sometimes not too much.
I know it depends on who it is. Mrs. Roger Rabbit ain't having that at Penelope Grace. Well, it's a shame because I kind of like the name Penelope. Unfortunately, they picked the wrong last name. It is a shame, though, that so many people ended up hurt out of it. I think there are still people getting hurt out of it. There's also some people crawling right back into bed with them, which I don't even know what to think about that. But it is kind of nice to do our yeah, this isn't really my favorite kind of Friday night to do, but it does kind of feel good to get shit off your chest after the week I've had anyway. I had a root canal this week. I'm not incredibly patient with trolls tonight, Mrs. Roger Rabbit. I know. I'm sorry. My pup has an abscess tooth, I found out. Oh, that's a shame.
Ooh, that's bad.
I saw a really nasty maybe it was when I okay, I'll tell this funny because God knows we need a little funny after that shit. Last night I was scrolling on TikTok. Now I wanna be fair. Yes, I have a TikTok. Yes, I put some of my little short videos on there. But I am not one that sits there and looks at it. Normally, I don't know what I was thinking last night. I went to lay down in bed. My intention was to watch something and then go to sleep. And what happened was, went to bed and I started scrolling through TikTok. Now I'd really never done this before. And I start scrolling and you see something funny and so you're watching it. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta share this with my daughter. Oh, I gotta share this with my son. And then the hunky guys come up and I'm like, I gotta share this with Lori. I don't even know how it determines like what's gonna come up because it was like so random. It was like this grandma cussing and yelling at somebody on one thing, and then you flip it to the next one, and it's somebody doing a practical joke to somebody, and then you flip it up to the next one, and it's like somebody's, dog running around like a crazy fool. And then, okay, hang on. I'm Penelope Grace. I'm going to go. It wasn't a good idea to comment. It's all too much. I'm not going to say it wasn't a good idea to comment. I'm thinking maybe you should think about what you say before you go, jumping in feet first when the water's only, ankle deep, maybe. So I never done that before. My daughter comes in to tell me goodnight. And I've already sent her a couple of TikToks and she says, Mom, did you go into the black hole? And I said, what? She goes, did you go down the TikTok black hole? I said, I think I did. I'd never done this before. But some of that stuff is so funny. I don't think I'll ever do Snapchat. However, I don't know if I keep getting funny TikToks. I don't know how dark or deep that hole goes. All right, so Martha, how in the world did you find me? So you showed up and all hell broke loose, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I heard something, and so I go. I don't even remember which channel I went to. Maybe it was yours. And then I saw it had to be in your channel. And then I saw the Discord link, and I thought, I like to talk to people. Let me go there. And so that's how I ended up. It was the big kerfuffle that happened on that channel you were talking about.
Uh-huh.
And then I heard some names, and I think that's what it was. I looked up your channel, and then I listened to one of the videos, and then I saw the Discord link, and I said, well, let me go there.
And then you got sucked into the
Then I got sucked.
WhiteTiger Unplugged dark hole.
Yes, that's what happened to me. And I haven't been the same since.
No, you sure haven't.
You've turned to the dark side.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're going to turn to the dark side, a tiger's a good animal to have with you.
Right.
Exactly. But it's a really nice place to be. And I had been in that other place, and there were some nice people there, but they're here now.
There were some nice people there, but they're here now.
Yeah, so I didn't lose anything.
You just brought them with you.
Yep. I joined them there.
Okay, I'm going to address this. I'm going to say it one time. Penelope and Sakura. I don't know who Penelope is. I know who Sakura is. I want everybody to just shake hands and let's start all over again because it does seem like there are some feelings hurt on somebody's end here. Because if it is somebody, Sakura, who you think is hiding and being somebody else, it'll all come out in the wash. I wouldn't worry with it. What video are we watching? Well, this is just a random trip. I just kind of linked some footage together, and I just felt like there would be people that maybe needed something to see since I didn't have my picture on.
Remember, what does not kill you makes you stronger. And words have never hurt anyone. It's how you take them and how you let it bend your mind.
Can I correct you there? I saw one time on Sesame Street. They spelled they spelled out some words, and they were very large letters, and they started falling down on top of the Muppets, and I bet that did hurt.
If they'd have stayed together, it'd have been okay.
Probably. Well, she did tell you I was feisty tonight.
Yep.
Mrs. Roger Rabbit, it always comes out in the wash. People are never as clever as they think they are. She came from Planet Claire. Oh, okay. Just started watching that. LOL. Yeah. It was just, background filler and I mean, some people need to watch something. I wanted people to listen and, pay attention, because generally that's what I do when I watch other people, but it seems like that's not why some people watch people. I'm pretty sure I told those two to kiss and make up.
I know what's going on.
Okay.
I can't see the chat, so y'all knock it off.
Girl, I want you to take 10 deep breaths, honey. And I want you to take nice, slow inhale and exhale. It's all going to be fine. If my mods haven't kicked her out yet, she's okay. For now. I like to listen, I know. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you.
We have reverted back to grade school, haven't we?
Look, I can't say that. Okay. Now, we have a lot of BS that's going on at work right now. Even that is not as infantile as the shit that I am seeing on YouTube. And okay, maybe that's not the proper statement, because I'm not seeing it. I'm listening to it. I really only listen to YouTube at work. I will say that we talked about this. Hang on a second. I think my daughter might be getting a little too loud. I don't know what's going on in there. Hang on. Quick, from a kumbaya circle, sing it like you mean it. Kumbaya, my lord. Yeah, okay. Just like that. Now she made me lose my train. I just didn't want her business being picked up on the mic. God, where was I at? Penelope, the answer to that question is most likely, is what I'm going to say. Sakura girl, let me say, I'm only going to play nice for WhiteTiger because I love and respect her and her friends. Also, cadence and sentence structure are always a dead giveaway. It's okay. Sometimes it's okay to make friends with the enemy. Maybe they're not the enemy. Maybe they are. It doesn't matter.
Well, sometimes people just don't see your point of view, and they come in with this thing that's already like a preformed concept. of how a person is, and it's just not like that.
Well, I think sometimes when people finally say something, I think their emotions come out a little too strong sometimes, and maybe it comes out not like the way they want it to. That's also always a possibility. Uh-oh. I think we're about to have a marital fight in the chat.
I think so too.
I don't know what happened.
I think we're gonna be.
Oh,
I think we're gonna be.
Mrs. Roger Rabbit says, "I'm so glad I wasn't the only one that started singing." You know, there's some things. It's just you have to. You can't help it. God have mercy.
Oh, geez. Okay, get a room, you two.
No, I'll kick him for reals. That'll be in Discord later. I'll make sure to record that.
Yeah.
Please do.
We have it for blackmail later.
I need to go back and watch.
One of the two of them might need it.
I need to go back and watch because I can't see chat. I know I'm missing some good stuff there. Tone it down, you two. Go get a room.
I think they're just doing the violence first. I think that's where they started with hitting and kicking, I think.
I have to say, you're at the Circle K an awful long time.
I know.
Is your video still working?
Yeah. There's a
There you
drive.
Oh, there, finally. Phew.
It got stuck.
It must have been a long gas trip. Everybody must have had to go to the bathroom and stuff. I don't know. Okay. I still forgot what I was saying when I thought my daughter was gonna get picked up on the mic. Oh well. So hopefully, everybody who has any questions, you can save them for next time. You can put them in the Discord, and I'll put them on my list of things to talk about next. I guess next time we'll go through what transpired after everybody jumped into my Discord.
Dum dum dum.
Dum da dum dum.
I don't know what a Bucky's is. I don't know. That might be a 5-segment show. I don't know.
You might have to do it day by day there. Some days.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't.
It's at least a 3-parter.
At least.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Or she's gonna do a marathon.
We don't need that.
I don't have time for a marathon at least till winter gets here because
Truth.
I have to be locked. Well, unless we go on lockdown, then maybe.
Don't even say it. Don't.
However, I will have some good driving footage. I'll have 2 trips. So if I ever
True.
I might have to buy another hard drive. Anyway, I hope that everybody enjoyed me coming back. I know a lot of people were waiting for me to do this, and I just had to be ready and in the right frame of mind. And, I think having my thoughts organized enough about how I wanted to go about doing this, especially with all the craziness that I have going on in my personal life right now. She won't divorce me. I'm worth more dead. Well, then we will be talking about you in the True Crime Channel tomorrow. Is this in Ohio, the cheat footage? It is not in Ohio. I will tell you that much. It is not in Ohio. Sunflower Brown said people reunited. Yes, yes. And we have a very good group of people in Discord. Any new subscribers are always welcome. I mean, you don't even have to subscribe, although I'd like for you to subscribe, because now I seriously have a goal, because somehow what Big Eyes, like, somebody sent her into outer space on a rocket ship. So my competitive nature might be coming out soon on that.
Yeah, you really gave me a really bad guilt trip. I I just didn't want to pass you up, and it just took off, and I'm there. Holy crap! What am I
You
gonna
know
do?
what? I have to be fair, and we've talked about this. Part of the reason for the break is I was in the algorithm, and I didn't want it to go on drama. And maybe we'll close out on this, because I noticed this. If I put the word rant in my videos, a lot of people come to the lives, whether they think they know what I'm going to talk about, or if I would have just put the word rant in it, they're going to come. Why? Drama sells. If you look at my rant videos, most of them, they're at 1,000 or more views. Now, for this tiny channel to have that many, that's a lot. And it's only on those. The other ones, it's very normal for the amount of subscribers I have. I didn't want to ride the drama wave up the charts. This is not the first time that I've taken a break to stop the upward climb, because I don't want it to be with that kind of group of people. Because that kind of, drama, people who are completely into drama and that's all they want to watch, they're not going to enjoy themselves here. People who enjoy my Jeep drives, enjoy my sense of humor, enjoy the TGIF Friday stuff, those are people who are going to have more fun here. And, the other night Natasha said something, and I mentioned this earlier too, that to me made a whole lot of sense. And I think it's a very true statement. When you're speaking your truth, it's not drama, but it could be drama to other people. That's the way other people will see it. My husband sees all this crap as drama. But when I feel like I am fighting for justice for somebody, or I am trying to correct lies by speaking truth about myself or my experiences or what happened, I don't see that as drama. I don't really see it as drama when somebody else does it either. Probably only if that's the only thing they talk about, and they keep talking about the same thing over and over and over again. However, drama's an interesting thing and what it does to people, because you have so many people that I swear it seems like they're addicted to it. And once they get away from it, they can probably see and go, "Oh my gosh, I can breathe." But until they do that, they get sucked in. I guess it's like any other addiction, gaming or smoking or alcohol or gambling or whatever. So I guess we'll leave on this note. I want everybody to think about why you're watching the YouTubers you're watching, and if it's healthy for you or not. And if it's not healthy, turn it off. All right, guys. Thank you guys for being on panel. Thank you to all my mods. Thank you for everybody behaving in the chat, as far as I could tell. And hopefully I'll be back soon. I will talk to y'all later. Have a good night.
Good
Good
night,
night.
everybody.